Hello everyone on this 11th day of January 2023. How are we doing today? It's 11 days into the new year. What's happening with our resolutions? Have we been able to keep up with them? Have we made plans? Have we made plans for 2023 or have we made plans for further? I'm going to wait for more people to join. Please acknowledge as you join. It's lovely to know who's listening and send us a little message saying where you're from, and do tell us what are your plans for 2023. You've had more than a week to think about it, and what would you be likely to do? And we all make these grandiose plans. Where is the funding coming from? Have we thought about how we're going to fund these plans? Is it there in our money plan, in our spending plan, in our saving plan? I know a lot of people call it their budget, but a budget sounds very restrictive, doesn't it? So I'd like to call it a spending plan. A spending plan and a saving plan. Hi Kavita from Bengaluru. Close enough. Yeah, this is close by, Kavita. And others, please acknowledge as you join. Tell us. Hi Preeti. So tell us how you are planning to fund your 2023 plans. And tell us what your spending plan is like. As I've said, for those who've joined later, people call it a budget, but I call it a spending plan. So your spending plan and your savings plan needs to go hand in hand. For those who don't know how to start, where do you start on a spending plan? Let's just think about them step by step. First, you set your goals. Unless you have goals, you can't really work towards them. So before you plan on that, you have a goal. If you are going to say that your goal is to learn skydiving, I don't know, maybe that's a goal, or your goal is your children's higher education, or your goal is your retirement, financial freedom and retirement early, that would be a goal. So then how do you fund those goals? You have to start putting away for that. Suppose you decide this year is my 25th wedding anniversary coming up, so maybe I want to plan something for that. So I need to, what people traditionally call budget, but I need to make a savings plan and a spending plan for that. So first I figure out my goals, and next you figure out how much you're earning every month. I am an artist, I work on a very sporadic income. So I know on an average, if I make this much this month, which are the lean months, which are the more heavy months where I get paid. I average it out, I know what I'm getting in, what money is expected to come in this year. And depending on that, then I make a little plan. You set aside whatever money is coming in. The first thing you put aside is for your savings. I know it sounds backward, but actually think about it, it isn't. Because if we say we keep filling all the holes as they are, the deeper holes, and then say whatever's left over I'll save, that's never going to happen. You and I know that's not going to happen. So you first put aside your savings, then put aside for charity, anything you want to give away. Then you put aside for your absolute essentials and your needs. The remaining money goes for your enjoyment. So the savings plan and then the spending plan. That's the way it always comes. Let's see who all have joined, and if we have some. Right. Sheet. I take it that's Sheetal. Hi. Nice to see that you've joined. And what about others? Looking at Kajal. Hi Kajal from Bangalore. Thank you for acknowledging. Hi Mukta. Good to have you here. Ranjani, Aishwarya Ranjan. Okay, Aishwarya Ranjan is also a community member. Preeti says, for me, saving a set amount always comes first. Absolutely. Money gymmers know this. We first work towards our savings. For every rupee that comes. A lot of people throw around these, 50-30-20 plan. And some people say the 40-30-20-10 plan works better. Whatever it is, set aside your plan. The 50-30-20 plan is very simple. You say 20% goes towards your savings and your goals, towards your goals. Then 50% you put aside for essentials, your room rent, your whatever, your education, your groceries. There are taxes to be paid, maintenance. All of that is another 50% of what you make should cover that. The remaining 30% you can decide in flexible ways. You can decide to splurge on something, you can decide to go out for dinner, go for a movie, things which your life doesn't depend on it, but you enjoy doing. So that's for enjoyment. So that's the 50-30-20 plan. The 40-30-20-10 plan is something I prefer because 40% yes is for essentials, 30% goes for savings. You save a lot there. 20% is for enjoyment and 10% is for charity. It always helps if you learn to give and expect nothing in return, that 10% of everything you make, any point of time, whether you're in a position where you have abundance, whether you're in a temporary crunch, it doesn't matter. Just give away 10%. It makes you feel better and makes you less money-minded in the wrong way and makes you money-minded in the good way, where you're mindful of your money. Yes, Preeti, saving is a set amount, always comes first. Let's see what others have to say. Does anyone else have any other plans that you follow? What are the plans that you tend to follow? I'm looking for inputs from others. Please tell us. What is your plan? What is your saving plans? Thank you for that heart. Whoever, oh, Hemani has joined. Please acknowledge that you're here. And tell us, how do you save? How do you budget? Now, budget, I don't know why I don't like that word, but I prefer to call it, as I said, a spending plan. What's your spending plan for 2023? How do you plan to save and how do you plan to spend? Do you follow any of these 40-30-20-10 methods or 50-30-20? My math suddenly went out of the window. Hello, Garima. Nice to have you here. So we're talking about spending plans and savings plans. So some people, the younger generation, find it easier to use an app, right? Saving, giving, and then spending. You love the 40-30-20-10 plan? Lovely. I'm indelible. All right. Sounds like a good handle to have. All right. Budget is a very stressful word, Garima. I agree. So in your spending plan, if you use an app to track your spending, it helps. If you have an app which can plan and track, I don't know, all of us here use Gmail, use Google Drive. If you go into that and talk about, look at your Excel templates there is actually a template for a plan where you have a way to track your money in, money out. But first you put a plan for the month, income plan and an expense plan. And then you start putting in the second page and it calculates how far from your plan you are. So that is another way to go it. Take into account that certain months will have more expenses, so factor that in. Very good advice, Preeti. Thank you so much. Thank you for liking the 40-30-20-10 plan, Nema. Fatima. Lovely. Oh, Punita, you're indelible. All right, I agree. You are indelible. And my happiness plan, maybe? Okay. But what is your basic plan, Garima? How much on every rupee that you earn, roughly how much goes towards savings and how much goes towards other things? That's basically what we're trying to talk about. Okay, so an app, if it helps, and if you are an entrepreneur, if you're a business owner, pay yourself first. Yes, put the savings, pay yourself first, then take care of others. This is like even, in the Women on Wealth we talk about, even in an aircraft, the stewardesses tell you, put on your gas mask, your oxygen mask first before you help others. Unless you take care of yourself, you cannot help anyone else. Pay yourself first. Okay? Yes, to each their own. I agree, Garima. That's why I'm saying, I'm asking people, what is your plan? How do you factor it in? Because when you go in with a plan, just like when you track things, when you go in with a plan, go in with a little more confidence. Small business owners, what are the things? Well, I'm not the one to talk about business. I can talk to young people about how they can set up their savings, how they can set up their things. And we have a program which we have already rolled out. If anyone's interested in it, it's for young adults. So right now we have for the 16, 17, 18 age group and for the 18, 19, 20, 21 age group, a young adults money wise program. That is 5 sessions long and it helps them get a hold of their own finances and in their lives and in college time and when they get their first paycheck and how to manage their money life and grow their money. Set them up for a lifetime of wealth creation. We are now from February going to start for younger children, which is from one age group is 10, 11, 12 and another one for 13, 14 and 15 year olds. So if you're interested, do DM us and we'll get in touch with you about that. I don't have more ideas for small business owners, but maybe others who are listening in do. I am a single business owner, so I have a single person's business, and that isn't the way small businesses should be run. So I will wait for others to say it, or else right now I think we've got quite a few. Yes, your favorite analogy, put your mask on first. Yes, I know. We all plan big at the beginning of the year, so I thought it was good to talk about this, Garima. So normally plans big, no investment, spends in 10% in savings, and I add my potential splurges under spend. 3 categories only. Fine. Sounds like, you don't have to call it the 50, 30, 20 plan, but a rough division. So 10%, yeah, works out. Whatever works for you. But as long as you know and you're not lost when you get your money, spend it all, and then you're scrambling by the end of the month, that's not an ideal way to be. So before I end, I'm going to repeat what I started with, which was when you get your money, what you want to save, you put that aside first. Spending comes after. Otherwise, you will not have anything to save at the end of the month. Try it. Try one change every 6 months and see how it works. Just one small change. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. Just before we end, I'm going to read one more from Rashi, which says, no, I'm sorry, Where the Heart Leads. Who is Where the Heart Leads? I don't know, but she's saying, I'm on a sabbatical. Hence, I'm not doing any job. In a fix what to do. But this year, I will start investing in equity, educating myself on this subject. Well done. Well, Women on Wealth has helped a lot of women who are on, who do not have a regular income, who are not between jobs. If you have a system, it can help you no matter which part of your life you are in. I'm a person who stands for that. I have completely sporadic income. I'm an artist. I run my own studio. And if I can manage wealth creation and if I can manage savings, anyone can. With that, I'm ending this live. Thank you so much. See you all next week in My Story, Your Story. Maybe next week it will be something that is more your story than mine.